40 days, twice a day. Meditation? Me? There's no way. I've never ever thought I would do it, but here I am. Here's my experience. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy. His name is Sadhguru and he's basically a guru. I've watched some of his content on the internet, but I was never too involved in his work. Until one day, one of my good friends, she called and said that she was going to a 4-day yoga retreat course called Inner Engineering. So I looked it up and it was him. I contemplated signing up to the program because first, it was quite expensive. It was like £300. Second, I wasn't really open to spirituality that much and I didn't think it was going to help me much. Then I decided to do some research, so I went on Reddit to see what people thought of his program. To my surprise, most people had really positive experience and some of them described it as life-changing. So I thought, let me do a bit more research. I started watching some of his videos, listening to a few of his podcasts, and I skimmed through some of his books as well. With all that information I gathered, I knew this guy was up to something, so I thought this £300 could be an investment in my own mental health. So here I am. First day we had a talk about responsibility and how we should be responsible for everything around us and how we should be able to control our own emotions and not let external environment dictate how we feel. Second day we learned something called Yoga Namaskar, which is supposed to strengthen your spine, improve your posture and many other benefits. It involves placing your hands above your head, sliding them down, squatting down and doing a few movements as well. It was quite hard. I consider myself to be quite mobile, but I found it quite intense. So I don't know how everyone else was doing it there. And there were around like 30-40 people at least in that room. I highly recommend just go search it up on YouTube and see how intense it is. Now the third day, it was a 12-hour session full of Sadhguru. We had to sit on the floor most of the time, meditating, listening to Sadhguru, doing all of these things. And I was not used to being on the floor for that long and my back was so achy. It felt like I was getting stabbed with at least 1,000 needles. The people there said that the pain is normal and with practice the pain goes away, and to be fair, I don't really have the pain anymore. On the final day, it was also a 12-hour session and we learned a practice called Shambhavi Mahamudra. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but it's a 21-minute practice that involves breathing, controlled breathing, just being conscious of things around you, being conscious of your breath, of your posture and everything. And we had to do that twice a day for 40 days. When they said that in my head, I was like, hell no, there's no way I'm gonna do this twice a day for the next 40 days. Like, there's just no way. I'm just so busy for that. There's no way I'm gonna do it. At the end of the day, the lady who delivered the session, she told us a story about a yogi, a guru and a cow. And I don't really remember the details of the story, but I just remember the takeaway of the story. And the takeaway, it was just take care of the cow. And the cow represented that 21-minute practice. So that's all. After the retreat, I thought I'll just give it my best shot. I just take it day by day. Just don't think about the next day and just do my best to try to keep doing it, right? So I started doing it with my friend over FaceTime and it wasn't that bad. Week after week, I was surprised that I was actually committed to it and it started growing on me. I started feeling a bit more calm, I started feeling a bit more mindful, a bit more conscious of things around me, which I think is great, but it was too early to tell it, right? But what I loved most was that a lot of my mental health issues just started dissolving slowly. I started playing the piano again after so long. I started posting more regularly on Instagram. I also made this YouTube channel. I've always said that, I don't really have time to do anything because I'm a medical student. I have to go to the hospital every day, have like a 9 to 5, and then I have to go to the gym and I work as a coach, so there's no way I'm gonna meditate twice a day, play the piano, post regularly on Instagram, even make a YouTube channel. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm managing it. Doing this practice twice daily meant that I had to do it sometimes in just public places like the gym, the hospital, school, like anywhere, because I had to do it. The practice basically involves chanting Aum like 21 times, right? And doing it in public is embarrassing, but it had to be done. At the end of the 40 days of Shambhavi Mahamudra, this is what I learned. I learned that negative emotions can be processed differently to how I used to process them, like anger, loneliness, sadness, all of these emotions can be processed by just simply sitting with them, just observing them. They pass like a cloud. Just meditate. Don't react to these emotions. So when you're feeling lonely, don't go looking for relationships. Don't go looking for that company. Just enjoy being in your own company. Just learn how to enjoy your own company. I also learned that happiness is something we can create within ourselves and not seek from the outside. Of course, people can make you happy or can make you sad, but you should be the one who's in control. If you're happy because you want to be happy, not because someone made you happy or someone did something to make you happy. Of course, yeah, people can do things to make you happy, but that decision should be in your hand, and you should not give that remote control to anyone to control how you feel. Another valuable lesson that I learned was letting go of attachments. I learned that this is the way to live peacefully with yourself, to not define yourself by your past, not define yourself by anything. You get to do things, but you're not the things that you do, if that makes sense. Like, instead of saying I am a doctor or I am a coach, no, you get to do these things. And when you change that mindset, you feel a bit more like grateful for all of the things that you have, rather than just taking them for granted. I think meditation overall taught me valuable lessons and gave me better insight of who I am. I highly recommend you guys giving it a go, whether it's Sadhguru's one or any kind of meditation. I think it will help you massively with your mental health. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and just comment down there and just do your thing. Bye bye.